Have you ever woken up feeling more tired than when you went to bed? Maybe you swing your legs out from under the covers and realize your ankles are still swollen. Or perhaps there is a heaviness in your chest that just does not seem to go away no matter how many hours you clock on the pillow. It is a frustrating feeling, isn't it? You do everything right during the day. You take your medication. You eat the right foods. You try to stay active. Yet the moment you lie down, it feels like your body is fighting against you. Many of us simply accept this as a normal part of aging. We think waking up with aches or puffy legs or a racing heart is just the price of getting older. But what if I told you that the culprit might not be your age at all, but rather the specific way your body is positioned for those 8 hours every night? It is a hidden factor that almost everyone overlooks. We spend a third of our lives in bed, yet we rarely think about the mechanics of how we lie down and how gravity affects our blood flow while we dream. In this video, we are going to uncover 3 specific sleeping positions that can dramatically improve your heart function and circulation. These aren't just random suggestions. These are strategic adjustments backed by physiology that can help take the pressure off your heart, reduce that stubborn swelling in your legs, and help you wake up feeling truly rested and energized. We are going to look at the simple science behind why your current position might be silently straining your system and exactly how to fix it using pillows and props you probably already have at home. By the end of this discussion, you will have a clear plan to turn your sleep into a time of true healing. Before we jump in, if you care about staying healthy and independent well into your golden years, consider subscribing to our channel and turning on notifications. We share the kind of senior health tips that doctors often overlook in those short clinic visits. And let me ask you a quick question. Are you watching from the United States, the UK, Canada, or perhaps somewhere else entirely? Drop a comment below with where you are from. I am always curious to see how far our senior health community reaches, and it is wonderful to see us all connected by a common goal of better health. Now let us get into it. The first thing we need to understand is that your heart works incredibly hard. Imagine a pump that has been running non-stop for 60 or 70 or 80 years. That is your heart. It has beaten billions of times, pushing blood against gravity all day long while you stand and sit. When you lie down, sleep is supposed to be the time when that pump gets a break. However, if you are lying in the wrong position, you might actually be making that pump work harder than it does when you are awake. This brings us to our first power position, which is specifically designed to help the heart move blood more efficiently. It is side sleeping, but with a very specific twist. We call this the left side lifesaver. You might have heard that sleeping on your side is good, but the direction matters immensely, especially as we age. Here is why this is so critical. Your body has a massive vein called the inferior Vena Cava. It is like the superhighway that carries deoxygenated blood from your lower body back to your heart. This major vessel runs slightly to the right side of your spine. Now think about this. If you sleep on your right side or flat on your back, you are putting the weight of your internal organs directly onto this superhighway. It is like putting a traffic cone in the middle of a busy road. The blood flow slows down, the pressure builds up, and your heart has to pump harder to overcome that resistance. But when you roll onto your left side, you physically lift that weight off the Vena Cava. It opens up the highway. Suddenly, gravity is working with your circulation system rather than against it. This small shift can increase the amount of blood returning to your heart, which means your heart can pump it out more efficiently with less strain. It is a simple concept, but the effects can be profound. I remember speaking with a woman named Margaret a few months ago. She was dealing with terrible heartburn and a racing pulse at night. She always slept on her right side because that was just her habit. Once she switched to her left, she noticed 2 things. First, her digestion improved because the stomach shape naturally keeps acid down when you are on the left. But more importantly, she said she stopped waking up with that thumping feeling in her chest. Her heart wasn't fighting gravity anymore. Now I know what you might be thinking. Sleeping on my side hurts my hips or my knees knock together and it is uncomfortable. You are absolutely right, and that is where the modification comes in. You cannot just flop onto your left side and expect miracles if your alignment is off. To make this position work for your heart and your joints, you need a pillow between your knees. This is not just for comfort, it is structural. When you lie on your side without a pillow, your top leg drops down, pulling your hip out of alignment and twisting your lower back. This adds tension to your pelvis and can restrict blood flow in the femoral arteries. By placing a firm pillow between your knees, you keep your hips square and your pelvis neutral. This creates a straight line from your hips to your ankles, allowing for optimal circulation all the way down to your toes. So tonight, try this. Lie on your left side. Tuck a pillow between your knees and hug another pillow against your chest if it helps support your upper arm. You might find that you breathe easier and wake up with less stiffness. It sounds ironic, doesn't it? That simply rolling over could be a form of medicine. But for your circulation, it truly is. If you are finding these tips useful so far, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps spread the word to other seniors who might benefit from this information. And if you have not yet, do subscribe for more little-known health insights. We are just getting started on this list. Now let us move on to the second position. This one is specifically for those of you who battle with swollen ankles or heavy legs at the end of the day. We call this the elevated supine position. If you have ever looked down at your feet in the evening and noticed that your shoes feel tight or that your ankles have disappeared, this section is for you. As we get older, the valves in our leg veins can weaken. Think of these valves like little one-way doors that stop blood from flowing backward. When they get tired or worn out, blood can pool in your lower legs, causing swelling and that heavy leaden sensation. It is a condition often called venous insufficiency. When you sleep flat, that pooled fluid does not have much incentive to move back up toward your heart. It just sits there, stagnant. The elevated supine position changes the game by using gravity to drain that fluid. This involves lying on your back, but with your legs raised above the level of your heart. Now, I want to be very clear here. There is a right way and a wrong way to do this. The wrong way is to just shove a bunch of random throw pillows under your heels. This often creates instability and can actually cause your knees to hyperextend, which leads to morning pain. The right way is to create a gentle ramp. You want to support the entire leg, not just the feet. Ideally, you would use a wedge pillow or a stack of folded blankets that starts from the back of your knees and goes down to your heels. The goal is to get your feet just a few inches higher than your heart level. Imagine a river. If the riverbed is flat, the water moves slowly. If you tilt the riverbed, the water flows rapidly downstream. By tilting your legs up, you are turning that stagnant pool in your ankles into a flowing river, returning fluid back to your central circulation where your kidneys can process it. This is simple science, but the relief is palpable. Many seniors tell me that after just 3 or 4 nights of sleeping with their legs properly elevated, they wake up with ankles that look 20 years younger. The puffiness is gone, the skin does not feel tight and shiny, and because that fluid has been processed, they feel lighter on their feet when they take their morning walk. There is a catch though, and I want you to be careful. If you have lower back issues, sometimes lifting the legs too high can flatten the lumbar curve and cause stiffness. Listen to your body. You might only need a slight elevation to see results. You don't need to have your legs pointing at the ceiling. Just a gentle slope is enough to help your veins do their job. It might feel a bit unsettling to learn that your favorite sleeping position might have been contributing to your swelling, but remember, knowledge is power. Now that you know, you can make simple changes to protect your health. You don't need to overhaul everything overnight. Even trying this for 20 minutes before you actually go to sleep can help drain the day's accumulation of fluid. Now, which brings us to our third position, and this is one that can be a game changer for anyone who deals with shortness of breath or heart failure issues. We call this the Semi-Fowler's position or the reclined rest. Have you ever woken up gasping for air, or perhaps you feel like you are drowning slightly when you lie perfectly flat? This is a common scary symptom for many seniors, especially those with weakened hearts. When you lie flat, all the fluid in your body redistributes. Fluid from your legs moves to your chest. If your heart is strong, it pumps that extra fluid out, no problem. But if your heart is a bit older and slower, that fluid can back up into your lungs, making it hard to breathe. Sleeping flat also allows the abdominal organs to push up against the diaphragm, which limits how fully your lungs can expand. It is a double whammy: fluid in the lungs and less room to breathe. The Semi-Fowler's position involves sleeping with your head and torso elevated at an angle usually between 30 and 45 degrees. This is not just propping your head up on two pillows, which can actually kink your neck and block your airway. This is about elevating the entire upper body. Think of it like sitting in a very comfortable recliner. In fact, some of you might already be sleeping in recliners because you found it is the only way you can get rest. While a recliner is okay, a bed is better for your spine if you can replicate that angle. Using a large foam bed wedge or an adjustable bed frame lifts your chest above your lower body. Here is the magic of what happens. Gravity pulls the abdominal organs down, giving your diaphragm plenty of room to work. It also prevents fluid from pooling in the upper lungs. You are essentially using physics to keep your airways clear and your lungs dry. I had a gentleman write to me recently named David. David had been sleeping in a chair for 2 years because every time he lay flat, he coughed. He finally invested in a wedge pillow system that elevated his torso properly in bed. He told me it was the first time in years he could sleep next to his wife again and wake up without coughing. That emotional connection, that ability to be in your own bed is priceless. If you struggle with snoring or mild sleep apnea, this position helps there too. By keeping the torso elevated, you are less likely to have the soft tissue in your throat collapse backward, which is what causes that snoring sound. So you are helping your heart, your lungs, and probably your partner's sleep quality too. I hope you are taking notes. By the way, if you are enjoying this, tap the like button. It lets me know I am helping and it helps others find this video too. So to recap, we have 3 powerful tools in your toolkit now. First, the left side lifesaver with a pillow between the knees to take pressure off the Vena Cava and boost circulation. Second, the elevated supine position to drain swelling from the legs and help those veins return blood to the heart. And third, the reclined Semi-Fowler's position to assist with breathing and reduce stress on the heart and lungs. It is all about giving your body what it needs and avoiding the sneaky things that cause harm. You might find that one of these positions works best for you, or maybe you switch between them depending on how your body feels that night. The key is to be intentional. Do not just fall into bed. Set yourself up for success. There is one more thing I need to mention because it is just as important as the position itself, and that is how you get out of bed. We have talked about how to lie down, but when you wake up in the morning, your circulation has been in a quiet, resting state for hours. If you jump out of bed too quickly, gravity suddenly pulls all the blood down to your legs, and your brain can be left momentarily without enough oxygen. This causes dizziness and is a leading cause of falls in seniors. So please, when you wake up after using these positions, take your time, roll to your side, push yourself up to a sitting position, and then sit on the edge of the bed for a full minute. Wiggle your toes, pump your ankles, get the blood moving before you stand. It is a small habit, but it protects your heart and your balance. I also want to briefly touch on the environment you are sleeping in. You can have the perfect position, but if your room is too hot, your heart has to pump faster to cool you down. Try to keep your bedroom cool around 65 to 68 degrees if possible. A cooler room mimics the body's natural temperature drop during sleep, allowing your heart to rest even deeper. And remember, hydration plays a role here too. If you are dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker and harder to pump. However, drinking too much right before bed leads to those annoying trips to the bathroom which interrupt your sleep cycles. Try to get your hydration in earlier in the day so your blood flows smoothly at night without the midnight interruptions. It might feel overwhelming to think about all these details, pillows, angles, temperatures, but you don't have to do it all at once. Start with the position. Try that pillow between the knees tonight. See how it feels. Listen to your body's feedback. If you wake up with less pain, that is a win. If your ankles are less puffy, that is a win. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a thought. I know getting older is hard. The aches, the fear of losing mobility, the new symptoms that seem to pop up out of nowhere, it can be scary and discouraging. It is easy to feel like your body is betraying you, but you are not alone in this, and it is not too late to turn things around. Your body is incredibly resilient. It is always trying to heal and strengthen itself. All we have to do is give it the right support. Every small step you take, every pillow you adjust, every better choice you make is strengthening your heart and your future freedom. You are taking charge of your health while you sleep. Imagine walking up the porch steps easily again, or playing with your grandchildren without feeling winded. That is the difference these smart strategies can make over time. Growing older might be inevitable, but growing weaker doesn't have to be. With the right habits, you can stay strong, mobile, and independent. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these sleeping positions sounds like the one you need the most right now? Have you tried sleeping with a pillow between your knees before, and did it help? Share your story or any questions in the comments below. I read every single one, and we all learn from each other. Your experience might be the exact encouragement someone else needs to read today. If this video helped you or opened your eyes even a little, please hit the like button. It means a lot. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on important health insights that could improve your life. We have plenty more science-backed tips for thriving in your golden years coming up. If you are still with me and determined to prioritize your heart health, type a number 1 in the comments to affirm it. It is a small way to say yes to yourself and your future. Stay strong, stay healthy, and remember your independence is carried by your legs and powered by your heart. Keep taking those small steps for your health. They add up to giant strides in your freedom. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.